Oh, shit. Got two people in here. What's up? Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm trying out this new method of sound right now. Can you hear me though? All right. What's good, Body? My boy Body Young in the house. My boy Steve and Brandon. Sorry to call you, Brandon. It's been been pretty hectic for me today. Ron B, my man Ron. Swifty, Jesse O, Angel Bustos, Con Lewis, Mike McDonald, William Harris, sports fan, J Dub, Kenneth, Ciavila, DJ Mexicano, Nat, NPC user. I didn't see Hand. There you are. Hand Cannon, my man. My man, Hand Cannon. Hey, Hand Cannon, I just wanted to tell you, man, thank you for all the support that you've given to this channel through PayPal. For some of you out there that don't know, you can also support this channel through PayPal. My email is jajaru13@yahoo.com. And you can send support to the channel through PayPal that way. All right, let's get into this here live. Just to let you guys know, this is going to be a quick live tonight. The reason is because I fell asleep real early last night, man. At about 7 o'clock at night, I had some Chinese food, and it was bomb, man. I think I ate too much of it though. But I don't remember falling asleep in my chair watching TV, and then next thing you know, I woke up in my bed and was like almost 3 o'clock in the morning, man. So I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. Haven't slept or anything like that. I've been running around doing errands all day. So I'm gonna tap out of this live about 30 minutes early. I apologize for that. I got to get some rest. I'm extremely exhausted right now. But we'll be able to cover a lot of ground here in this half hour though. But I just want to welcome you all here tonight. For some of you that have never joined in on this live, thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. You are not subscribed, go ahead and give this channel a subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you can be informed when the episodes drop. But yeah, man. So what you guys think today, man? What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that business that I had to take care of regarding old boy over there around the way, Mr. Weirdo Studios? If of course that's him, but I'm willing to bet all the money in the world now that it is most definitely him, since I don't know if you guys know or not, but somebody told me and I went to check it out, but apparently all his comments are now disabled on all his videos, so you can't even comment on his videos no more. I mean, if that ain't validation enough for you guys to know there's something that this man's got himself into some hot water, and I mean, there's really no cleaning it up, you know. How much it'll really affect his channel or not, that remains to be seen. I don't know how many of you used to be subscribed to Savage Studios. If you have unsubscribed, I've already talked to several people that say they unsubbed to him already. you know, it's just, it's one of those things, man. It's shit like that as if you're really doing some shit like that. I mean, normal people don't, somebody ain't gonna just throw charges like that on somebody and it's bogus. I mean, this I've never heard of that happening. I mean, I've heard of people getting like a bogus rape charge. I've heard of many other things. I've heard, I mean, there has even been some kids that have tried to put bogus, you know, chomo shit on stepfathers and stuff like that. I mean, it happens, man. It happens. But something like this is not really one of those kind of things that somebody's just shaking their head saying, you know what, man, I think I'm gonna put a stocking and a lewd acts or soliciting lewd acts charge on this guy. You know, it just doesn't really work that way. So, considering the amount of bail that he has, I'm willing to bet that that dude, you know, I mean, I know the law, and I know that if you're gonna get a bail that's $275,000, man, I mean, God, yeah, that's some high bail. So you had to have been doing some crazy shit in order to get some bail that high. Let's see what you guys got for me. Kevin, thank you for that $20 and that sticker, man. You're amazing too, my friend. You're amazing too. Let's see what we got. Walmart Talker. JM 4747 upstate Sureños are, in my mind, I treat them the same. But you know, you get some homies that are like, they might treat them a little bit differently. I've never really noticed it, to be honest with you, but I'm sure it happens. You know, it's the same thing when you're in the feds. You're a Cali homie and you're in the feds. A lot of Cali homies, sometimes they don't really treat the homies that are from out of state as well as they would treat somebody who's from Cali. You know what I'm saying? So in a situation where somebody's from upstate Northern California and they're Sureño and they're in the feds, they probably get treated better than somebody that's from out of state. Definitely. Rascal was popping. Panty Sniffer Studios. I gotta tell you, man, that whole fucking thing is nuts, bro. I'm tripping. All right, let's see what we got. JM, I hit that question. I hit it for you. I hope you understood it. Ryan Lewis, yeah. You know. But let me tell you something like this. That dude will still keep somewhat of a fan base. I don't know how many people have unsubbed from him so far. But just like Tekashi 6ix9ine, man, just like shit, R. Kelly, anybody, man, some people's fans just overlook some shit like that. They really ain't got no moral compass, you know? If you ain't got a moral compass, man, you're gonna overlook stuff like that. But for those of us out here that try to maintain a certain level of decency to a degree, I mean, that right there is just something you just can't overlook. Yeah, Nagy, sorry I've been lagging on calling you, bro. Nagy Springfield. I've just been, dude, I got so consumed with taking care of this book. And oh yeah, by the way, everybody, my book, The Laughing Boy, I've taken care of all the stuff that I need to take care of on my end. My buddy John P. Ribner that's editing the book, he's finishing the last few chapters, and as soon as he's done, that book's dropping, man. And I'm gonna be sharing that time and date with all of yous. And I'm also going to be reading some chapters out of that book for you so that you can hear, you know, just what it's all about. See what you got for me in here. What you got? What you got? Mario family. I appreciate you, being upfront and honest about that. To be perfectly honest with you, my man, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you let the gang life behind to change your life, you left it behind for good to try to change your life and everything. I mean, who am I to say you're wrong? It's just I don't really understand why somebody would leave the life and go join an S&Y gang. That part don't make sense to me at all. But if somebody was to get out and change their life and start serving God like you have, I don't hold nothing against you at all. I don't look at you any different or anything like that. It's when you go over there and start gangbanging over there is the one that makes me like, what the fuck is this all about? You know what I'm saying? Smiling Dinosaur, thank you. Yeah, man, we're gonna get to 20. We're gonna get to 20K subs here real fast. 20K subs real fast, real fast. You another one too, Brandon. Sorry, I didn't get your call earlier. Like I said, very busy, man. And I'm so exhausted right now. I can't even tell you guys. Just extremely tired, man. What's up, Shadow? You still here, Shadow? Let's see. Let me find out. OG Shadow. Shadow, my man, I'm going to be reaching out to you here real soon too, man. It's about time me and you get together and put a little something together, you know what I'm saying? But my man Shadow, OG Shadow in here. If any of yous out there are not subscribed to OG Shadow's channel, go give him a subscribe, check him out. Jorge Vasquez, we are coming to conclusions without paperwork. Bro, his name is all up in the booking sheet in West Valley Detention Center, San Bernardino County. You can look for yourself. And not only that, but the charges are the charges. They're listed. He's got a $275,000 bail. I mean, I hate to say it, man, but it's sounding pretty realistic to me. Grant, yes, self-publishing for now. Hopefully I won't have to self-publish forever, though. Hopefully I'll be able to, get picked up by a publisher or something. Get picked up by like a big publishing company. Thank you, Silent Shooter. Yeah, I hope you guys all get a chance to check out this book. Yeah, Jorge Vasquez. You can go look up the charges and go look up the rap sheet or the arrest record yourself and see. I made sure. You can ask anybody. You can ask any of my moderators on here. I made sure that it was him. I did everything in my power to make sure that it was him before I said anything about that, because I don't do that, man. I don't smut people up unless I know it's a fact, and then I'm not even really smutting them up. I'm just putting the information out there that we know about. But You know, his channel, all his videos, the comments are disabled. You know, knowing the guy the way I know, the way I've experienced this dude since he's been out, believe me, man, if he was there, he'd have been on making a video. He'd be on there live right now talking about, oh, you know, this fool's fucking crazy. All these people are crazy. That's not me. But he's not, man. So, you know, plus his videos stopped dropping around the same time that this happened. So leads me to believe, man, that, you know, and at the same time, I said allegedly, I said he's being charged with this. I'm not saying that this is what he is. I'm saying he was charged with all of these things. Those charges are on his booking sheet. His bail's $275,000. He's also in the newspaper for doing this shit. So it leads me to believe that they probably got some pretty good solid shit on him to have his bail that high. Yep, DJ, his video dropped 2 days before the arrest. That's right, Shadow. You know what I'm saying? He's disabling his comments, man. So, you know, and he's not the one disabling him. His girl's probably the one doing that. I don't know why she would stick around with some shit like that. That just fucking makes no goddamn sense, man. I'll tell you what, man, if I was involved with somebody and they got busted for some shit like that, I wouldn't have nothing to do with them. Till that shit got straightened out. Davey, BYG, yeah, his weight is what threw me off. And you can even ask Kenneth. The weight threw him off too, man. We were racking our brains trying to figure out how his weight was so low. But they make mistakes like that all the time. I mean, they've made mistakes on my birthday. They've made mistakes on my weight before in booking. That weight ain't a clear indicator. What usually what's the clear indicator is the birth date. Usually they might mess up on the birth date and put a wrong date in there when his birthday might be something else. But I even know pretty much the roundabout what his birthday is through doing through just running his name through various different record searches and stuff, and it's pretty much the same guy. George Martinez, his name is Stephen Michael Segala. That's his full name. Twirly Bird, thank you for that $5, and thank you for leaving comments, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. Yeah, see Hand Cannon? He says Hand Cannon 6'4", and they told him he was 6'2". You get shit wrong all the time. That don't mean it's not him. But like I said, man, he's guilty until proven innocent, or he's innocent until proven guilty. That's the way the shit works. Yeah, Frisco Strangler. You know, I just try to look, man. I don't go after somebody and attack nobody unless I know something ain't right about them. And let's see if Body Young is still on here. I seen him on here a little earlier. He's not on here now. Hey, but you guys remember I did a video about, you know, old Wes Watson, right? A lot of people called me this and called me that. But go watch Body's channel. He's got some experience with that dude Wes too. He'll tell you all about him as well. I just like to think that I'm the guy that's going to cut through the bullshit and try to give you some real stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't like to see phony ass people manipulating people, man. I had to live in a prison system for over 20 years dealing with hypocrisy and phony ass people in the government and in the system for decades, man. And now that I'm out here and I have the ability and a platform to call it out, call it hypocrisy, call it bullshit, call it phony people, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use my platform to hopefully knock some sense into some people's heads before they get ripped off by someone, man. And hopefully that I'm able to give you like some good information and some good knowledge that you can use in your everyday life. I mean, I'm a living example that you could actually get out of prison after being considered to be totally institutionalized. I'm classified according to a psychological report as being totally institutionalized. And I'm here to tell you that's bullshit, because I'm out of prison. I've been out, and this is the longest I've been out and out of trouble my whole life. I've never been, going flying free and clean this long. It's never happened for me, man. I should have already been all up in the thick of everything right now, but you live and you move on. Ron B, thanks for the $2, man. Yeah, DF. I mean, you get these dudes that are on roids trying to give you fucking fitness advice as well, telling you, yeah, look at me, man, follow my program, you could look like me, but the dude's on roids. So unless he's going to send you a cycle, you're not going to look like that. But you watch, man. You watch. All the BS will catch up with that cat too at some point. I mean, everything comes out in the wash, and if it doesn't come out in the wash, it comes out in the rinse. Just like my boy Cisco from out there in the Big Norwalk just told me earlier. What else? Yeah, Steven. Yeah, I would suggest you guys go all and check it out for yourself. It's real shit, man. I mean, he's definitely in jail for those charges. Now, whether he's guilty or not, that's something the judge, a court of law, is going to have to figure out. But right now, he's sitting in jail for those charges. One thing I could tell you about sex charges, from everything that I've studied, people that get caught up in sex charges usually are like 90% of the time they're guilty of it. You get that 10%, and that 10% is like people that get accused of rape, or even in some cases where some poor unfortunate bastard who was a stepfather or something like that got charged with molesting his stepkids. Come to find out that was bullshit. Those usually fall into that 10% branch. But stuff like this, people don't just make that up on people. You know what I'm saying? And somebody even tried to go so far as to tell me, well, all he had to do was get in an argument with somebody who worked at Walmart and tell them to suck his dick. Well, it doesn't work that way, man. It's got to be, you have to go read the law itself to understand what it says, the verbiage of it. Threatening somebody and getting in an argument with somebody, and then telling them, yeah, why don't you suck my dick? That's not going to get you a soliciting a lewd act charge. I mean, people tell people to suck their dick all the time in public, and they don't get a lewd charge like that. You got to actually fucking work hard to get that charge. You know what I mean? It's not just one that they just hand out because somebody told you to go suck their dick. There's a lot of other components involved in this charge. like I said, man, I read the law. Usually anytime I see a penal code section that I don't know, but I knew because of the number that it was in, that realm, that 600 realm of weird charges. But yeah. Somebody call that motherfucker. Well, I don't think he's gonna try to reach out to anybody. I think at this point, he's just wondering if he's gonna get out of that mess. And if he does, he'll probably show up and if he does get out of it or he bails out, I'm pretty sure he's already working on his alibi right now. You know what I'm saying? He's already working on what to say because his whole life revolves around his channel. I mean, it's the only thing that he's got. He doesn't have anything outside of YouTube going on. He doesn't really have much of a life outside of it, and except for his wife and kid. But how much longer are they going to hold on with what he does, man? Because I've heard a lot of things about him and how he treats his old lady and stuff. I just can't imagine why that woman would stick by him after all of this and everything he does, because he's put her through some shit, man. She's got to be a real sucker to keep falling for that shit. I tell you, man, if I'm involved in somebody and they get caught up in some weirdo shit like that, in your heart, if you know the person, in your heart if they're guilty or not. I mean, shit, man, it could come out to be that it was all just some big misunderstanding. Who knows? But nonetheless, he's still in jail for it. It's still gonna be on his record as an arrest for the rest of his life. Even if he beats it or if they drop the case, it's still gonna be in his record as an arrest. Those arrests don't go away. The only time you can make those arrests go away is if you take it to trial and you're acquitted. Then you can petition the court to have it removed from your record. But all your arrests, anything that you're ever arrested for, it stays in your record forever. Cuckoo Clock, thank you. Thank you for support, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. Double D, who knows, man? I mean, his old lady's parents, who's got money, by the way, haven't bailed his ass out yet. So I don't know, man. He's been sitting in there for several days and he still hasn't been bailed out. So goes to show you that he ain't got the means to bail out, is what that tells me. Because all he's got to do is he's got to come up with $27,000 to get out of a $275,000 bail. He's been in there for over a week, so I would assume that he doesn't have that kind of money. Manute, show us the charges. You could go online and look at them yourself, bro. Or gal. Bro or sis. You could go out, you can go online and look at the charges yourself, man. I only go by the information that I got straight from the West Valley Detention Center and the actual the police, what was reported in the local news in Yucca Valley. Jorge Vasquez, thank you for that sticker, man. Thank you for that $1.99, $1.99. Twirly Bird, yep, you gotta have $270,000 worth of collateral. Like I said, his car ain't no Dodge Charger, $275,000. And his house is not even his house. His house is actually registered to somebody else. So Doomsday, thank you, man. It's good to be back. Good to be back. I've been back a couple of times since my surgery, though. It's getting a little bit better as each day goes by. Stefan Struz, is the bail money returned once the case is finished? Minus whatever amount of money that the bail bondsman charges for bailing them out. The bail money, yes, the bail money will go back to you, minus whatever fee that the bail bondsman charges. But if you were to put up $275,000 yourself with no bail bondsman, you just went down and paid the note yourself, then yeah, they'll return it to you once you complete the case and turn yourself in and all that shit. JG, thank you for that 279. Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, I you know, it doesn't surprise me because nothing surprises me anymore. But at the same time, it's a little bit of a shock. You know, me and him, we've had our differences and stuff, but I mean, never in a million years would I have ever thought that he would he'd get himself caught up in some shit like that. I thought he'd get himself caught up in an assault charge or something, an assault charge, you know, demanding all these fades that he wants with everybody. I would have always thought that he'd get caught up in an assault charge. No, I never saw that one coming. Patrick Rowe. Sorry, my man. If this topic threw you off, but it's the news of Friday, man. There's really nothing else to really report on. TJ Carter, you can think whatever you want, but I'll tell you what. You go ahead and stay subscribed to a channel that quite possibly could be some kind of a weirdo, and you can also go ahead and give away $250 of your money every single month for something that you could clearly do in your own. If you're one of those kind of guys that, you know, likes to be fooled and likes to be lied to by all these status quo channels and all their bullshit and all their boob tube material, well then, hey man, that's all you, bro. But I just, you know what I mean? I just talk about anything and everything, and most people, they bring these people up to me and I answer their questions. But again, you're free to think whatever you want, Mr. Carter. As a matter of fact, I think I've seen you. TJ Carter, this is news right now. This story is news. What do you want to just sit around and ignore it? What should we talk about, Mr. Carter? What do you want us to talk about? You want us to talk about Donald Trump? You want to talk about George Floyd? You want to talk about Black Lives Matter? What? I mean, those topics right there burnt the fuck out. People talk about that shit all day, every single day. I don't talk about these two people all day, every day. I got all my own content. But when we're in this live, we're talking. And people are asking me questions and people are bringing up specifically these two individuals and other stuff. It pops up and I answer the questions. I talk about it. It's news, man. But what do you want us to talk about then, Mr. Carter? Give us a topic to talk about. What do you want us to talk about? What would you like us to talk about today? You want to talk about Chop, Chaz? I'm gonna be doing a video on Chaz here pretty soon. All right, TJ Carter, fuck Savage and all the negativity. What do you want me to talk about then? You want me to talk about Crimsons and Clovers? You want me to talk about baby daddy drama and how to put on makeup like what's her name, that other channel, Christina Randall? Or you want me to sit on here and tell you how sad I am over my white privilege like Jessica Kent does? Or you want me to talk about a bunch of dudes that are in jail like doing nothing like 1090 Jake does? Or you want me to talk about the life of sitting next to a dumpster and throwing up my blunt all over myself like Milk does? I mean, what should we talk about, man? I mean, it's just like Keemstar. Keemstar's got 1 million subscribers, and that dude's whole freaking channel revolves around talking about other people. So I pretty much think that's what YouTube's all about, man. It's a social media site. I don't really know what you want me to do, what you want me to talk about, really. You know, on these lives, man, we just shoot the breeze pretty much. You want to talk about negativity, Mr. Carter? This whole world is negativity right now. Everything's negativity, man. I can't get on Facebook without 30 people trying to tell me to feel guilty because I was born looking like this. You know what I mean? Like I'm responsible for what happened 50 years ago or 100 years ago. Like I'm personally responsible for what all these cops are doing in this country. I'm not responsible for anything except for what I do. Me and mine. That's it. That's the only person I'm in, the only world that I'm responsible for. It's like I don't owe anybody nothing. I didn't do nothing to anybody. And as far as I'm concerned, you know, the condition of this world right now is a result of a lot of fucking piss poor management by our government. I mean, we could talk about that, but it would be negative, right? As far as talking about positive shit, there's really nothing much positive going on these days. So the best thing we could do is just continue to live our lives. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could talk about bitches. Jorge Vasquez. Don't really have too many of those in my life. You know what I mean? So Jorge Vasquez, do I ever watch Loked Out TV? Yes, I do watch Loked Out TV. That's my boy right there. You know, we're probably gonna get together and do a collab maybe sometime down the road. But yeah. Hey, Josh Bennett, you know what? There's a Trump rally in Tulsa. Tulsa's about 2 hours from my house. I was thinking about going down there, man, but I won't do it. There's going to be a lot of fucking drama. It's probably going to turn out to be a riot in Tulsa tomorrow because of that. Jojo from Arizona. What about Elon Musk? I don't really know much about Elon Musk to really form an opinion about him. Chris Wesson, Ford, Chevy, or Dodge? Chevy, baby. Chevy. 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 Born Supreme. Yes, his information is already out there. G Dirt. Definitely give a shout out to Loked Out TV, my man over there in Georgia, my homie. Much love to you out there. So Loked Out TV, if you guys ain't subscribed to his channel, go give him a subscribe. Ryan Lewis, thank you for the $2, man. I appreciate that. TJ Carter, I don't have any personal agendas, to be perfectly honest with you. I really don't. I just talk about what's ever on my mind, and I turn it into content. You know, it's like I just talk about what's ever on my mind. You know, I did a video about Freemasons yesterday, and YouTube is trying like the Dickens to make sure that that video don't get nowhere. Same thing with when I had Smooth Sanchez on here. YouTube literally blocked that video straight up out of the algorithm. So I apologize to you, Mr. Carter, if I'm not the most most positive dude on here. You know, it's just like I got the forces of nature through the boob tube status quo snowflake brigade that pretty much blocks all my videos out of the algorithm. JG, check out G Dirt channel. Yeah, everybody, go check out G Dirt's channel. DJ Carter, prison channels are so washed the fuck up. Why do you think they're washed up, bro? Why do you think they're washed up? They're washed up because of all this all these kind of people that I talk about. But guess what? When these people start falling like dominoes, man, can't people like yourself and other people go and say that we're all pieces of shit because of what these people did? At least you'll know that somebody was speaking about these people and trying to fucking say, hey, man, hey, red flags all over the place. At least somebody is trying to do that. But you say prison YouTube channels are all washed up. Well, go find me a genre that has no drama. Go find me a genre on YouTube that has zero drama. They all have drama, my friend. The sports channels have drama. The beauty YouTubers have drama. The gamers have drama. The fucking all of them do. They all got, even the Doomsday Prepper channels got drama. It's just what it is, man. It's YouTube, man. It's social media. You know, it's like sitting in the courtyard of a high school. There's always going to be drama and people bickering and going back and forth, man. That's what makes it social media. It's media and it's done through a social setting. So we talk about people that are around us. It's just like anything. You know, if you were at your job, man, and you had that one guy that kept showing up to work drunk all the time and was having sex with your boss's secretary, man, he's going to be news. You guys are going to talk about it. It's the same thing. John Kendrick, thank you for the $5. What are your thoughts on the black man who was found hanging from a tree and people were saying he was lynched, but there's video of him killing himself? Well, there it is. You just answered your own question. Dude killed himself. If they got video of him killing himself, then he killed himself. You know, if you could show me a video where you got a bunch of white supremacists hanging these people, then I'll be the first one to stand with the African American community against those white supremacists that did that. But now, if you find a video that some people from Antifa are hanging a black dude from a tree in order to kick off a race war, then I'll be the first one to call that shit out as well. Hey guys, don't block TJ Carter's messages. Let him vent. Let him vent, man. Let him speak his piece. I'm trying to hear his point to why he's so upset with the content. And why he's so content with listening to a bunch of phony, baloney ass fucking channels talking about nothing. Talking about other people's crimes, or talking about fucking how many female COs they pulled, or how to put on makeup, or crying about their white privilege, or yelling and screaming into the camera, re-quoting a bunch of quotes that they copied out of somebody else's book. I want to find out how all that stuff's cool, but we can't talk about current events, or we can't talk about people when they fuck up on this channel, because it always has a silver lining. It's like I said, you know, I try to turn it into an educational piece. Yeah, I spoke my piece about dude what he does, but in the same respects, there's a silver lining, because it's a learning experience, man. To never let your head get too big for your own body. you know? Okay, Kenneth. I looked at it. Russian troll, yeah, the live science shows. I didn't realize that they would have drama too, but yeah, I can imagine. JoJo from Arizona had to let somebody go. Your homie from the job, huh? He's probably mad at you, huh? Virtuous, virtuous LA Spartan. Yeah, more like disingenuous robots, political robotic idiots, like a bunch of Nazis or something. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Ron B, thank you for the $5 and thank you for that advice. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. 909 CV Diesel, thank you for the $25, man. I appreciate it. Ryan Lewis, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, that was some embarrassing shit. Philip Hernandez, me and Body Young are going to be getting together tomorrow and doing an interview, just so you know. So you guys be looking out for that. Hopefully everything works out to where we can we can get that interview done tomorrow. Me and Body Young. Virtuous LA Spartan, you're absolutely right. Mr. Anderson, thank you. Mr. Gradilas, what is my thoughts on the North and South peace treaty? I think it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing that they're coming together finally after so many decades of conflict. But make no mistakes, my man, that North and South peace treaty only goes as far as the prison door. And then once it's in the streets, from what I hear, it's just the same old shit. Baby Bing, I just came out from Britney Studios. Just came out the studios. DJ, you can always tell who the prison YouTube phonies are when they start sprouting off about how bad they are and brag on prison drama. It's true. You're absolutely right. I'm glad some people are starting to see that, because it's something that needs to be spoke on, man. Because when these people start falling in these weird ways, or come to find out that they're a fraud or something like that, or they were ripping people off, all that shit comes out in the wash. You heard about it, so it's not really any shock, and it can't go back on the rest of us who are actually here doing it for the right reason. Virtuous LA Spartan, I love your rawness, brother. It's very refreshing to me. Thank you. I try to be different. I try to be different than these other channels, man, because I think that somebody's got to be different. Jorge Vasquez, you know what? I'm gonna. I just took a picture of your question. I'll ask Body Young that question when we get him on. Ron B, yeah. Hey, if any of you guys have a way to get at Joe Rogan, get at him, man. I'd love to go on his show. I've been a fan of Joe Rogan's for a long time. Ryan Lewis, yeah, I'm healing pretty good, man. I'm doing all right. I'm gonna be going to bed here pretty soon because I've been up all night. R.I.P. to Mr. Toker. Never got a chance to meet Toker, man, but you know, he was a pretty good dude. NBC user, yeah. Philip Hernandez, I'm pretty sure we're definitely going to be talking about that. Carne asada, you're saying it's not even dark in LA, man? Let's guess what? It's dark over here. It's 9:30 over here. Ron B, I don't know. You know what it would really take? It would take a lot of you to just keep reaching out to Joe Rogan. You know, I could do it myself, but if a bunch of you keep messaging him and keep saying, "Hey, man, talk to Prison Break Raw, talk to Prison Break Raw," eventually he's gonna show up. JG, thank you for that 549. You think Savage will get more than 10 years? I don't know. It would really depend on the circumstances of the case. Jorge Vasquez, yeah, man, that's a blessing to have that man respond to you like that. Central Cali Cop Watch, yeah, I've heard there's always been a lot of heat in the central of the state. Because not only you got north and south right there, you got them Bulldogs right there as well. Stefan Struz, do I think that Cali prison politics are a good idea? Yes, I do. They solve a lot more problems than cause problems. You just listen to how some of these other guys talk about what goes on in their states. A lot of that shit don't go on in a California GP mainline. Yeah, that's right, Ron B. You're thinking in the right direction. Are your jokes working for me, Joey Joe, Junior Shabado? I don't know. Did you drop some jokes in here? Fabian Mendez knows Joe Rogan. Well, Fabian Mendez, reach out to Joe. I'd love to go on Joe's show. I'll definitely go on that show. Especially right as now as my book's getting ready to drop. Yes, I have watched Toker's show. I've watched several of his videos. Baby Bing, what do I think about the Lucis Trust? I don't know, man. I have to do some more research on it. Fabian Mendez, he don't know Joe Rogan. He's playing. Celos, thank you for that $1.99. Alfredo Amado, thank you for the $2. Rumor has it that he was caught meat gazing for hours. That's funny. The real beef in Central Cali was it used to be 209 and changed it to 559. That makes sense. The Phillies Ace 34. Yep. I've been to Philly, my man. I've been to Philly. I ate at that Philly cheesesteaks, Geno's, or is that what it's called? Geno's? It was right there in that corner. There's two cheesesteak places right next to each other. I ate at one of those when I was in Philly. I can't remember which one it was though. I'll tell you right now. I took pictures of it. Yeah, it was Geno's. I ate at Geno's. I ate at Geno's. It was good, man. It was real good. OG Scotty Blunts turning 50. Well, congrats, man. I'm making it all the way to half of a century. Davey BYG. Yeah, I could send him an audio copy of my book. I could definitely do that. Ernest Torres, what I know about Agenda 21. I know that it's part of Bill Gates to try to unleash like some kind of a virus and to test what the response would be from various different governments. That's about as much as I know about it. Yeah, I could probably make a video on Area 51, Ron B. Alex, thank you for making a video on Armenians. Hey, you got it, my friend. No problem, man. I love the Armenian people, bro. I've had nothing but good experiences with Armenian people. Going way back, man, way back to like 89. Got good experiences with Armenian people. The Bilderberg group. Yeah, I've heard a lot about them. You got to know though that the Bilderbergs are not Masons. There's a lot more going on than just the Masons. And I'm going to be doing a follow-up video to my Masonic video. I hope you guys could check it out to kind of fill in the blanks on a lot of the stuff I was saying without putting my entire family at risk for being murdered by these weird people. Raiders for life, my friend. Jari P, Raiders for life. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and go to bed. I said I was only gonna be on here for 30 minutes, but I managed to tough it out for a whole hour. Just goes to show you that this tank right here is built with just straight pure solid steel. And I was able to endure an entire hour, even though I feel like I'm like almost like sleepwalking right now. AK4 boys. Yeah, I think you're right. But I was just seeing that you just retracted that message. But yeah, you're right. You're right about that chip. You're definitely right. All right, Central Cali Cop Watch, get at me on Instagram. But anyways, guys, change your piss bag. I'm gonna go ahead and head on out. And Brandon, I'm gonna be calling you tomorrow, bro. I got a little sidetracked today, my friend. But yeah, Ernest Torres, buenas noches. Buenas noches to all the rest of yous out there. And you guys have a great night. Josh Showalter. Yeah, but I bet you they still have that rally. Because even the governor of Oklahoma is saying, fuck you, you're not gonna stop the man's rally. You got to give it to Trump, though. You know, like I said, I'm not a Republican or nothing, but that man definitely has got a whole bunch of haters, a lot more haters than what I got. And believe me, I know what it feels like to have people try to block you on stuff. But yeah, interesting to see what's going to happen in Tulsa tomorrow. But anyways, I love you guys. You take care. You have a good night. See you back here on Tuesday night for the Tuesday Night Raw. Be on the lookout for the interview that me and Buddy Young's going to be doing. We also going to be doing some other stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff lined up. So continuing to work. I actually went out and got a brand new webcam, but it wasn't compatible with my computer, so I got to take it back and get a different one. But yeah, we're getting it done, man. We're moving on. We're moving strong. But you guys have a great night, and I'll see you back here on Tuesday. And I'm out.